Hey YouTube, we're listening to Blood Fire Death today by Bathory. Yeah. My throat is a bit evil today, so I apologize if I mute sometimes and I just don't say anything for like a few seconds. Um, it's okay. So, I was gonna do this album like a week or 2 weeks ago, and I just deleted it for some reason from my list. And then when I saw it yesterday when I was watching a YouTube video, I was like, wait, I want to listen to this. Because I have listened to this album, right? Now I gotta admit, I don't remember much of it, okay? I remember Hades, because that's a good song. And Necromancy. Sacrifice, maybe. I mean, those are mainly the songs that I've been like returning to and stuff. Yeah. Those are mainly the songs I remember. But today we are listening to Blood, Fire, Death. I guess. Maybe we're gonna also listen to this, I don't know. I'll see. They're both not too long. They're alright from the length. Normally I do 2 albums on stream. Recently, I haven't been streaming much. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if you look at like August, right? Last stream was on Tuesday, where I listened to 1 album. Stream before was on the week before Tuesday. So normally I stream 3 times a week. Recently I've not been doing that, but I am chilling. It's okay, right? I mean, I'm trying to follow the schedule, just so I can stay, kind of like locked in, and everything. But yeah, recently it's just like I just hadn't really been following the schedule too much. I've been delaying a lot of stuff, and I mean, I love to do like 3 albums a week so I can get through my calendar, but my calendar currently goes until like start of October, full of albums. And in 2 weeks I need to listen to a 10-hour long album. Not in one setting, of course. I'm gonna split it into like 5 or 6 parts probably. Yeah. So that's gonna be fun. Other than that, yeah. Other than that, I'm not quite sure. That's pretty much everything I want to say. But I did listen to like, because I'm trying to listen to more like old school black metal and similar stuff. Like kind of like the fresh black metal scene from the 80s that was going on. So I listened to Mega Furion by Celtic Frost recently. Now I'm listening to this. There's a lot of stuff I still have to listen to. I would probably have to listen to Immortal someday, although I don't know if I would like them. And Emperor, of course. You know, like the classics, pretty much. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this intro. Let me just take my meds real quick, because I always forget to take them. Well, I don't really forget to take them, but there comes this random like I was supposed to take them in the evening, and there comes this random time in like the evening or the night where I remember taking them randomly, and that is apparently now at 7:22 p.m. Awesome. Yeah, today's Sunday. My throat is... I hate my throat. It's actually so evil. It has been like just weird for like a long time. Just like, I don't know. It's okay. There you go. Meds taken. Anyways, yeah. So we're listening to this today, and then the plan is right. Metal summer is gonna end soon, so I'm not gonna be doing like this mass amount of metal albums that I've been doing the last few weeks anymore. I'm gonna be moving on to more experimental, electronic, and classical stuff, like electroacoustic music, concrete, drone, ambient stuff, and similar. Starting in like 3 weeks. So the albums we got left now is this one, Cryptic shift over space and supertime. Miser Luminous Sidera. 1914 where fear and weapons meet. Violet Cold Emperor of Love. And Neurosis and Undying Love for a Burning World. Yeah, those are the albums we have left. Which 2 of them are from this year, so that's mainly why I want to check them out. Today I've also listened to an album from this year by Worm, the new Worm album. Really cool. I liked it. And I would definitely recommend that if there's any people watching that like Emperor. Here, let me pull it up. Where is it? It has to be somewhere here, right? There you go. Worm, this album right here. This is kind of like similar to Emperor. And it has like that kind of like old school energy, I would say. And it's cool because Marty Freeman is on this, who used to be on Megadeth, or like in Megadeth. And he plays the guitar on that song really good. I would definitely recommend that to people. Actually, I need to save this last song right here. There you go. And we're not listening to Skinty Fiat today. We're listening to this, so I think I'm ready. Let me look at the track list. We got 8 tracks. Wait, here it's 9. Oh, wait, what? Okay, there seems to be a little bit of a difference here from the track list I have to this track list. Because on this track list there's an outro track. On the track list I have there's no outro. And it's not incorporated into the last song because I can see the length of the songs. I guess we're gonna listen to the outro as well. I mean, it's not gonna change much about the score. It's only like a minute. That's probably gonna be some like ambient stuff like we had on the outro of the previous album I listened to, the self-titled one. So, without further ado, let me check it out. Okay. So first we got Odin Ride Over Nordland. Okay. So from what I know, they are talking about like, I mean, this is like Viking metal, so they're talking about kind of like Viking, Norse mythology stuff without like idolizing it, which is a good thing, obviously. So this should be interesting. This is my first Viking metal album, I guess. Well, it seems to be only a secondary genre, Viking metal, but okay. Alright. Should turn this up maybe. Not too far. Yeah. I assume this is gonna be more of like an intro track, in the sense that this is going to kind of like just fade in slowly into the album, or some effect. Yeah. Welcome to we're listening to Viking metal today. Okay. So there seem to be 2 really long songs on the album. Well, not really long, but 2 long songs on the album. Which is good, because they're also the songs that people like the most, and I like long songs, so I think I'm gonna like them. Let me go here real quick, just so I can read the first lyric when it happens. It feels so weird being on the top left corner. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my hair smells like concrete. I don't like, cause I took like I have like a new shampoo, and it smells like concrete. Where are the lyrics? Okay. I must say one thing. I do like this intro, honestly. It didn't feel like 3 minutes. It's a good way to start a metal album. I like it when metal albums have something at the start that eases the listener into the experience. Just something that, I mean, it depends on the album, of course. I sometimes like just going straight forward into the album is also fine, but I usually do like it more when there's like a song that's like an intro track that kind of like is just setting the vibe of the album without going like full on metal right away. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, I like the song. I mean, I like the intro. It's not right. I wouldn't listen to it, of course, in my place or anything. But there were no lyrics. I don't know why there were lyrics on here. Like, where did they come from? Also, is the title different or? Apparently the title on Spotify is a bit different. Because on the release I have, it's Odense, not Odin. And the over is capitalized, apparently. The same. There's the apostrophe missing, I guess. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I've also read that they do talk about the Holocaust, apparently. Which is a gruesome event, of course. And I hope they do it in a good way, if they talk about it on this album. And I do know they're not glorifying it, thankfully, which then I wouldn't have listened to it. I actually searched for, because in black metal you gotta search sometimes for what the bands stand for. Because like, yeah. Especially like old school. Like, it's mostly just old school black metal, and nowadays it's not too bad anymore. Nowadays there's not like that many black metal bands that are like popular, especially on the website that I use, that are like kind of just like right wing fascists, you know. So yeah. Okay. First song out of the intro. You know, so far this is relatively calm for black metal, I guess. It's cool. I know it's just gonna randomly transition to black metal at some point. Like, it could be any time. Like, there you go. Okay, I knew it. Can we talk about the cover art real quick? I would like to talk about the cover art here, because I think it looks very interesting. So it looks like it's some type of old painting. I'll have to look it up. So there's a lot of people, I guess. I don't know if they're Vikings or if it's just... Let me actually look it up first. Blood, Fire, Death, cover artwork. What is it? Okay. A crop detail of the 1872 oil painting Asgard's Reign, The Wild Hunt of Odin by a Norwegian classical painter. Okay. Let me look that up. I would like to know more about what that is. Right. Asgard's Reign. Hold on. Don't tell me I'm muted, please. Okay, I'm not muted. Good. Alright, here it says... it depicts... Okay, I already know this. A terrifying... It's a midwinter procession of ghostly riders, spirits, and mythological figures storming across the night sky. Apparently. Let me go to the actual... Let me go to the actual Wikipedia, okay? Alright. It's based on a poem. It's in the collection of the National Museum of Art, Architecture and Design in Oslo. Oh yeah, the original one is definitely bigger, yeah. I see it now. I have the original one right here to the left. Let me save this. Hold on, let me show this on stream. The original one. Hold on, there we go. Okay, it's pretty big. How do I make this not as big? Give me a second. Oh, there you go. So this is the original one. The original picture. You can see it's kind of like, let me put that like below this one. It's kind of like cut out from this part right here. Kind of like that. The original one is kind of, yeah, I can put this here. The original one goes further down, or like not really further down. It goes further to the right and to the left. And there's more people and everything. So the Bathory version actually is like kind of like has like this light, like has like more light to it, I guess. So they added some like glow or something. Interesting choice. And I guess they just, I don't know if there's much of a reason behind why they chose this picture. I assume it is just because it fits the theme, I guess. Let me see. Abduct unfortunate people who have failed to find a hiding place. Okay, I see. Damn. That's quite interesting. Okay, let's keep this on. Let me go back. Let me pause here. I can't fail to notice, but for some reason, while I'm listening to this right now, like it was already like that on the first song. It feels so short, like it doesn't even feel as long as it is. Like this felt like a 4 minute song. Like sometimes I struggle when I listen to albums with long songs, and they feel really long, and this just feels like, damn. Like this was over so fast. I like this song. This is a really good song. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I think. The intro is really good with the singing, which is like you can barely like really hear the singing. It sounds like it's very far away. I like that effect. The lyrics, they fit the theme. So far. They're interesting to read along. I like the story they're telling. Production is really cool. The I guess drum machine. That's what Tree said. I don't know if they're actually drum machines. Probably it might also be it's probably an actual drummer. Let me see. Let me see this real quick. I think it might be a drum machine though. Does Bathory Blood Fire Death use a drum machine? Because I think I've read that somewhere. Oh, what? The album credits an anonymous session drummer for handling drums and percussion. Okay, apparently there's a theory. Oh wait, okay, so the band leader Corfon said that drums machine were used on early recordings, and there's theories that people say that this is a drum machine, but there's no like 100%. I don't know. I guess it is. I'm just gonna say it is. I mean, it does sound like a drum machine kind of though, like the way it sounds like. I'm not sure. But anyways, either way, it sounds really good. Like the way that the drums like they change up sometimes. That was really cool. I like that. And other than that, yeah, the overall mixing is nice. It's just pretty much like old school black metal mixing, of course. Yeah, I'll give that song a 9 out of 10. That is a good song. Yeah. Let's listen to the next one. Let's keep going. Why is it that every time I listen to black metal, okay, well, it's not every time, it happened like 2 or 3 times before, that they have to talk about rape for some reason? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I ask myself this every time. Like, last time I heard a band say this was when I listened to brutal death metal, and I will never understand why people are saying stuff like this. Like, yes, I mean, I think it's probably because, like, I mean, they're a black metal band, right? And black metal back then was all about, like, being, like, anti-Christian. I mean, not all of the time, but most of the time back then it was against Christianity. And I assume that they kind of, like, purposefully, like, try to say things that Christians, like, would dislike them saying. Like, you can see that literally, like, happening here. I mean, you saw it right here, and then it's also this part right here, so it's talking about sinning in different ways, I guess. Is what I would think. Now, let me talk about the song. I don't really understand the song too much. The name is The Golden Walls of Heaven, right? What does that even mean? Let me try and look it up, I guess. Okay. There's a Bathory wiki. There's a Bathory wiki. And I just found this. War and battles. That's the theme, and it was inspired by a book which is about a war between angels and demons. And there's something that the vocalist said about this song. So he said, Golden Walls of Heaven contains quite controversial lyrics. I've encountered accusations that it's simply satanic. In reality, it's not. I got the idea from one of the many adult comics of which there is no shortage in Sweden. Inside were drawings of a black angel with flaming swords, all the white angels lying down. And I'm not gonna read that. I remembered these images and incorporated them into the song. Okay. The part that I didn't read was basically just the part right here. Yeah. Interesting, I guess. The book additionally inspired the name for Bathory's studio garage, Heaven Shore, according to him. However, this was revealed false. Okay. I guess. Interesting. So this was written for their other album, Under the Sign of the Black Mark. But it didn't make the cut, so this got on here, okay. That makes kind of sense, because I don't think it fits the theme of what we had going so far too well. I mean, still, it fits the overall theme, I guess, but it doesn't really fit to, like, the kind of, like, Viking metal aesthetic, I guess, that they're trying to portray here. But yeah, this song, I mean, I don't know, it's okay, it's alright. It's giving very, like, kind of like thrash metal vibes on this one, especially with the, like, fast vocals at the start. I thought it was fine. I wasn't the biggest fan. I'll give it maybe a 75 to an 8, or, like, I guess 7.5 to an 8. I was gonna say 75 to 80. I don't know, I feel like if you have something like that in your lyrics, I'm just not really gonna like it, you know, like, it's just a personal thing, I guess. Some people may understand me, some people may not. That's okay. Just, I don't know. To me, it's kind of like just kind of like a cheap play, I guess, in a way. But other than that, the vocal performance was good, the instrumental was good, and the drums were good overall. Still, the previous song is like, has way more to it in my opinion. Like, it actually tells, like, a story about an event, and this kind of does as well, but it tells a story about an adult comic. I don't know. This should have. I don't know. I don't know why this is on here, but it's okay. I mean, it's not a bad song. It's. Alright, next song. Pace to Love. I'm sorry, what was that? That sounds like... How do I explain this? It sounds like when you were a child, you would do like the na 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 na, you know. Um, that's so random. Okay, sure. Right, we're getting to that. Hold on. I mean, I guess it's just a song talking about. I mean, it could be referring to two things actually. I've just thought about that. It could be. It's probably referring to both at the same time. I think it's referring to like, pace sort of like you must go on. Like when you're like in a war, of course you must just keep going and pushing through. Um, and it could also be talking about how the song is like, or like how the band is like, just trying to keep their pace, trying to, like keeping on playing fast. I guess is that grammar? Is that English grammar? I don't know. But how they're playing fast, basically, that could be also. I think it's both at the same time, maybe. Because it seems like a lot of the, although, I mean, I'm not sure about this, right? I'm not sure, but that's what I think it's about. Now, I think the song is alright. I'll give it a 7.5. kind of like the last one, the one before. It's pretty cool, but it doesn't come close to the second song we had on this album, which is an actual masterpiece, honestly. Still cool though. Very fast drums and guitars, especially that riff near the end, which was just really really fast, and it just kept on going, and it was all I was like focusing on in the last part, honestly. Just that riff that was going on in the background, or not too much in the background, but kind of. That was really cool. And then the rest was alright. I think the vocals were fine. Yeah. Okay. Well, we got this song now, which. Okay, sure. Okay, I don't know what the song means. Okay, now hold on. Now let me look at the wiki again, because if there's a wiki, might as well look at it. Do I have it saved somewhere? There you go, I do. Okay, cool. Songs. There we go. I found it. Alright. Sonic Blake's global destruction caused by a nuclear holocaust. Shares a similar theme to Total Destruction. and Chariots of Fire from Bathory's previous two albums. Completely different song is Holocaust, which addresses the issue of nuclear threat. The main idea of the lyrics is, if man has made the world so bright, why does he immediately plunge it into darkness? It's not as political as it might seem, but if someone thinks so, I'll object. Okay. Interesting. That's a really interesting quote. If man has made the world so bright, why does he immediately plunge it into darkness? So I guess it's like how some countries have nuclear bombs and there's always a threat that they can be launched, I guess. That's what I'm understanding from this. I guess, I'm not sure. And because I thought it was like, well, I didn't think it was political. Because from the lyrics it doesn't really seem political. From the name maybe, but if you actually listen to the song and read the lyrics, it's not really going into something political. Now, I thought it was a song about the actual Holocaust that happened. I mean, yeah. I'm sure we can all agree, and I hope we can all agree that that was a horrible thing that happened. For the people that are maybe watching this as my first video, you must know that I would consider myself politically more left-leaning. Well, no, I would probably consider myself left, I guess. I mean, I don't really share any takes with like right-wing like ideologies, I guess. At least not that I would know of. But I also don't know everything about politics. Like, there's a few fields in which I know stuff about. But, yeah. I was kind of worried when I saw this title. At first, but, because naming a black metal song Holocaust, like, can imply some things, especially for the time this came out, you know, like, late 80s, early times of black metal. Yeah, but hey, it wasn't what I thought it was, okay? So it's okay. Look, I'm not saying anything. I'm not complaining. It's a pretty alright song. I would probably not really come back to it much. I'll also give it like a 7.5 to 8. Something like that. Like the last few songs, they've been not bad, but they haven't really been catching my attention. I was looking for something that's gonna catch my like attention. That's gonna tell like a story about like some Viking stuff that happened maybe. But so far, the only song that has really done that was the second song we had. And I guess the intro, because it fit to the album, I guess. Golden Walls of Heaven, Pace Till Death, and this song right here. I don't know. I don't think they fit the album too well. They kind of do. I mean, Pace Till Death fits the album, I would say. Golden Walls of Heaven, kind of, and this song, you know, I think I might have gone into this with the wrong mind, because I was expecting this to be like full on like the second song, like full on Viking metal, Viking stories, but I guess it's just overall more like about war than about Vikings. Excuse me. But it's good still overall, the album so far. So far, I would give the album an 8 out of 10. We're like halfway down. We still have 3 songs left. Which one of those songs is really long? But firstly, let me turn on my light. It's getting pretty dark in here. Alright. Here you go. Okay. Well, let's not touch the albums before you haven't finished it. I'll give my final thoughts at the end of the album. So let's keep listening. The next song is For All Those Who Died. Yeah.
My love with
I mean, it's a good song, but it feels kind of wrong, like headbanging to this, knowing that. I mean, this song is really called for all those who died. Knowing about people, like talking about people who died in war, you know. It's a bit of a hard topic, especially because, like, I mean, when a war actually happens, it's not like you decide to go to war. It's kind of like, I mean, I guess you could still just not fight, but it's war is like a pretty hard topic, because there's a lot of war happening right now as we speak in countries around the world, and there's people dying, and war is a stupid concept. War is a very stupid concept because essentially it's just people fighting because, like, you know, presidents, kings, stuff like that. Depends on when you're talking about, like, what time, because they want them to fight, and they're just sitting on their ass watching as their people are just dying in a war. Sometimes you can't really do anything about it, because sometimes there's just like one guy who has like a lot of power, and he decides like, okay, well, I want this and I want that, and then he just does that, and then like a lot of people die because of his decisions, because he wants something that, you know, that's just kind of like unreasonable. I don't know, it's a bit hard to explain, but I think everyone knows what I mean. I think war is very stupid, and this song is good, but not like a song I would like headbang to, but a song that's like harsh reality facing you. I mean, at least from what I understood the song is, this is, I guess, a song about obviously people who died in war, right? And I'm not really sure in what context the song is putting that, because there's a lot of stuff at the end like trial by water, which I don't really know what this means, for example. Broken on the wheel. I mean, considering the album is about like, it's like Viking metal, I would assume this is like a Viking war happening, or like a battle, and that's why it's like about water and like wheel as in like a ship maybe. But yeah, it's just the whole concept of the song. It's sad. I mean, essentially it's just talking about like, what was the one part that really catch my eye, like burning naked but smiling. Yeah, it's a pretty sad song, I would say, if we're being honest. But it's also one of the better ones on the album. Damn. See, something like this was more like what I was expecting from this album. Alright. Alright, sure. It's pretty good. I feel like now it's getting more interesting for me again. The halfway point of this album I was not the biggest fan of, I must say. But it's picking back up. I do like the song, We're Not Done Yet, we have still 11 minutes left. I'm just gonna talk about it now real quick and then I transition to the last song. Mad? No, I'm not mad. I think the song is cool. I mean, I just looked up what Dies Irae means. It's the Judgment Day, pretty much. It's a word for the Judgment Day. Day of Wrath. Yeah, like biblical sense. Interesting. I think the song is pretty good. Not as good as the previous one, but the previous one I would have probably given also 9 out of 10. I probably this one is an 8.5, I would say. let's hear the title track, last song on here. Well, there's an outro, but yeah, last actual song here. This is already beautiful. Welcome. We are listening to Black Mirror. Okay. This one doesn't feel that long, actually. Just like the second song we had. Alright, so while this outro plays, I'm just gonna say what I think about this. Good last song, I guess. Yeah, I like it. I think it's. Oh, I have this in like a. Okay, it's like this. There you go. What can I say? Really long track, but it didn't really get boring. I mean, in the last 2 minutes maybe got like a bit like samey, but last 8 minutes felt consistently just good. I like the song. It was a good listen. This outro is okay. I don't know why they added this outro because like the last song already faded out at the end, but okay. Yeah. Overall, the album, I think I'm probably gonna end up giving it. I feel like here's the thing. If you would cut Golden Walls of Heaven and the fifth song from the album, I think it would be a little bit better, like in terms of like consistency and like topics, I guess. Or maybe just the third song. I mean, the fifth song kind of fits, I guess. But especially the third song. If you would like remove that song, I think it would fit better. And this outro feels a bit unnecessary, but like, I feel like having this outro makes no sense. I feel like either like remove the outro or make it transition from the 8th song into the outro. Right? That would have made sense. I don't really get why it's there. On the original releases, it's not even there apparently, but okay. Now I think it's good. I think I'll give it an 8 out of 10 or 8.5 out of 10. I'm still gonna decide that later on. The theming was really interesting. The longer songs on here are the songs I like the most. I feel like Bathory should do more longer songs. Maybe just an album with like five songs that are each like around 10 minutes long, maybe. I mean, they don't really make music anymore, but if they would have done that, that would have been cool. Yeah, that's what I think about this. Thank you for watching, everyone. I guess check out my channel,